Hello, everyone. I'm Senator Bob Archuleta, and I'm running for Congress. What a great idea. You know why? Because Grace Napolitano tapped me on the shoulder and said, Bob Archuleta, you've got to run. I'm going to retire here pretty quick, and I need you to jump in. You and I have values that are exactly the same. So Grace Napolitano and I sat down in her kitchen for hours and hours, and we went over her legacy. We went over the things that she's accomplished. And then we looked at the things that I want to accomplish, and we were right there together. And it turns out that, without a doubt, I said, Grace Napolitano, I'm going to pick up that ball, and I appreciate your endorsement. And I'm telling you, we are making headway. People are starting to realize that the work she's done over the years is only going to get greater and greater with me coming in, because we're the same values, the same thing. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's something that is so precious to all of us, and that's the children. The children in our district, the children across the state of California and up and down the United States. Everywhere, children have got to be realized that they're the angels that we have. And I'm blessed to have 5 who've grown up, all college graduates now. My wife Rose, she's a fantastic grandma, because our 11 grandkids, they just love grandma. There's no doubt about that. So you grandmas out there, grandfathers, you know what it is to be a grandparent. But I will tell you this, we have to take care of the future for them. We've got to acknowledge the men and women who served our great country, the veterans that are out there, those that are serving our country right now, and all of you who have friends and relatives who are serving in uniform. God bless you, because I know you're sending out letters, and you receive letters, and you see them in uniform, and you hug and you cry, and you know, from one veteran to the other, I say welcome home. Yes, veteran to another. I served with the 82nd Airborne. I'm a former paratrooper, so I know what it's all about. Talk about service. You know, I mentioned I have 5 kids, and all of them college educated. But I tell you what, I've got a couple of them that have gone on to West Point, and they've graduated, and they're serving the country right now, both in uniform. And one is a lieutenant colonel, one is a major, and they're serving right now. I believe I'm the only senator in California, if not the nation, that has 2 sons in uniform still serving, who were both West Point graduates. One was student body president, and the other was vice president 4 years later. And so I think that instills in all of us that we have grandkids, we have children, we have people around us that are ready to serve. And that's been my legacy. That has been my life, to serve our community. And I'm ready to continue. I served as a mayor of Pico Rivera. I've served as a council member. I served this great country, as I'd mentioned, in the 82nd Airborne as a paratrooper. And I've also served as a police officer with the Montebello Police Department. So I know about public safety. I know what it is to sacrifice and say goodbye to the family when you go off. And so those firefighters out there, and the law enforcement officers, our first responders, God bless you for the work you've been doing for all of us. And I will tell you this, we're going to go ahead and fight for you, because I know you need the funding, federal funding, to enhance what's happening in our municipalities, to give you the tools that you need. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so important that we realize that our infrastructure, our environment, our quality of life is so important to all of us. And it has to start from Washington and work its way down. And we've been doing that, but we need to get together. We have to stop the bickering. We have to come together. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. We have to have the responsibility and the knowledge that we're all Americans. And we're trying to work together. There's things happening across this world that it's going to take all of us to work together. And guess what? We've got to reach across the aisle, and we should. There's be times, no doubt, that we can't because whatever reason, but there are other times when we have to come together to fight for our allies, to stand up for our allies. That's coming together, and that's something we have to do. Find a solution to immigration. That's a solution that has to come together with all of us. To find the clean air and the water that we need, the dams that need to be built. We've got so much to do. The infrastructure needs to be looked at again. And think about your freeways and highways. You know, some of them need to be redone all over again. That's infrastructure money. So as your Congress member, I will reach out and fight for those funds to come into the district. And I will tell you this before I leave. I have served this country. I have served in the police department, and I've served as a mayor, as I mentioned. And I'm ready to serve you in Congress. So remember, March 5th, you got to get out to the poll. March 5th, you got to tell the family. Get out there and vote. And then remember to please vote for me, Bob Archuleta, for Congress. Thank you.